So yeah, so if you've got a busy day ahead, or even starting the day with a busy mind, then the mindfulness of breathing is quite perfect, really. So just take 30 minutes out, just put aside what's happening in your mind or in your day ahead. And all we need to do is just sit. All we need to do is just concentrate on the breath. So we're not being asked a lot in a sense, although obviously there is distractions and other pulls that can take us away from the breath. But in doing so, it just allows us to just have that kind of 30-minute pause, a 30-minute practice where we can just become more embodied. And there's a real kind of calm and sense of relaxation with the breath and coming into the body. So we can just kind of be with ourselves. So the mindfulness of breathing can be quite a self-care practice where we're just sat with ourselves and sat with our breath and just taking 30 minutes to have that sense of calm, a sense of clarity. And then the fruits of the practice are, morning mercy, is that when we then go out into our day, whether it's a busy day or not, or if we've got that busy mind, we've kind of we become more mindful and have a bit of a sense of clarity that we've taken that kind of step back and had some calm. So it's 8 o'clock, so I'm going to start the practice. So just make any final adjustments to your posture. And just close your eyes or drop your gaze, lower your gaze when you're ready. And I'll begin by just leading us through just to become aware and into our bodies. And then I'll lead the 4 stages of the mindfulness of breathing with bells between, and lead the practice, ending with a just sitting. Morning, Michelle. At the end, just so we can really absorb the fruits of the practice. So just make those final adjustments as you need to. And I'll just ring the bell just so we can listen to the sounds of the bell, just to start the practice and just to set that intention and kind of signal to ourselves and our bodies that we're here together, sat or lying or sitting, and beginning our mindfulness of breathing meditation with just becoming aware of the body. So once we've established our posture, we can just take a few deeper breaths. Maybe just take 3 deeper breaths. And then just have a sense of contact with where you're sitting or lying. Just feeling that contact. And having a sense of the ground beneath. Just the qualities of the ground of stillness and stability. We can just tune into and evoke for ourselves. And just to then have a sense of alignment, particularly just a sense of uprightness in the upper body. If we then just bring to mind the blue sky and the crown of our head reaching to the blue sky, can just help us to just elongate the body, just to make any subtle adjustments that will help the posture and help the practice. So we've got the ground beneath and the blue sky above. And then just use the breath to follow your breath to turn your attention inwards. And follow your breath into the body. And just bringing awareness to the breath and the breathing in your chest. And just breathing into your chest area, just noticing any sensations. And we're just going to breathe into just different areas of the body as if we're almost awakening those areas, ready for the practice. We're breathing in a sense of aliveness or switching those areas on so we can become aware of different parts of our body with the breath later in the practice. So we'll just begin with the chest. Breathing into the chest, inflating the chest, having a sense of openness and expanse, creating space there. And when it feels that you've opened your chest and breathed into your chest, creating space, then just follow the breath further and drop down into the belly. And breathe into the belly. So relaxing and softening the belly. And just breathing in a sense of aliveness, creating a sense of space. Just trying to let go of any holding that we can. And then just bringing your awareness up your back, just as it feels natural for you to do that, starting with the lower back. Just take your attention to the lower back. And as we move up the back, just imagine breathing into the back. So the breath is not just on the front of our bodies, but that we've got a sense of the breath in our back. Move up to the middle of the back. Almost as if we're just waking up different parts of our body by using our breath to breathe into, create a sense of aliveness. So then into the upper back. See if we can slide the shoulders and the shoulder blades a little bit further down. Get a sense of relaxation, dropping away any tension that we can let go of. And then just elongate the neck. Just tucking your chin in slightly. And just sweep your attention over the top of your head. And just notice your breath at your nostrils or your mouth. So throughout the practice, when we're using the breath as our object of concentration or our anchor, we can notice the breath in our nostrils or our mouth, in our chest, in our bellies, and have a sense of our breath in the back as well as the front of the body. So we've got these different points of contact that we've awakened. Breathe a sense of aliveness into. Almost helps us take up the space that we're taking. So there's the whole of ourselves in our practice, fully alive and present. So the mindfulness of breathing meditation. So in the first stage, we're focusing on the out breath. And if it's helpful to you, you can count and place a number at the end of the out breath. So breathing in and breathing out, and just gently placing a number 1, the end of the out breath. And just continuing to do that until we reach the number 10, and then go back to 1. And if you prefer not to count, you could imaginatively think of dropping a pebble into a pond at the end of each out breath. Or it might just be more helpful for you to just follow the breath. And just follow the out breath all the way into the body and where you experience that in the body. And we're not trying to change the breath, we're just following the breath as it naturally is. And if we're becoming distracted by thoughts or sounds, then just bring your attention back to the breath. Might need to make a little bit more effort just to keep with the breath. So it's not a problem, it's just about making really small adjustments with the kinds of amplitude of what effort we need to make. Sometimes we need to make more effort than others. So in this second stage, we're just bringing our attention to the in-breath. And if you're counting, we just change our sense of awareness of where the number goes. So we place our number before we take our in-breath. And just continue to count up until 10 and then back to 1. Or you can continue to visualize dropping the pebbles, but just drop them before you take your in breath. Or if you don't wish to count, you can just continue following the breath. And as you're following the breath, you might want to notice the length of the breath. Is it long or short? Is it rough or smooth? Is it shallow or deep in the body? And again, if we're becoming distracted by thoughts or sounds, then just bring your attention back to the breath. Just amplify the effort you're making to stay with the breath. And if there's particular thoughts or distractions, maybe planning or something difficult that feels quite persistent, then we can just imaginatively imagine just kind of moving a little bit further away, creating more distance. Not that we're pushing them away or trying to block them, but we're just making a resolution that just right here and now we're just practicing, and we'll kind of pick what's wanting our attention back up later after our practice. So, in this third stage, we can just drop any effort of counting pebbles and the focused awareness on the in or the out breath. And we're just taking a wider angle or broader perspective of our breathing body. So, a little bit like we're just kind of moving the camera back slightly to take a wide angled lens or focus of just the whole breathing body. It might be helpful just to notice where we're experiencing the breath, getting a sense of the whole of our body breathing, the sensations of breathing. Breathing in the front of our body, as well as the back and the sides of our body. So we have more of a 360-degree or three-dimensional sense of our breathing body. If we're losing any sense of concentration, then we can just narrow our focus of awareness back to following the breath in and out of the body. If you need a narrower focus of awareness or focus of concentration to stay on the breath, then do that. If you're feeling quite concentrated, you can widen out your focus of awareness to include breathing body. So just move between of what's needed right now for you. And then in this final stage of the mindfulness of breathing, just now bring a really narrow focus awareness of your breath as it enters the body, the nostrils or the mouth. So we've just got a really small area of awareness or area of point of concentration. And just notice and follow the sensations of breathing. And you may notice the temperature of the breath here, cooler on the in-breath, warmer as the breath leaves the body. And if you're feeling quite concentrated and able to remain aware of the breath, it's such a narrow focus of concentration, you might notice sensations becoming more alive in the body as you become more concentrated and absorbed. So that might be tingling or vibrational, energetic sensations in the body. And as we become more concentrated, those sensations become more amplified. So we might notice them in the hands and the fingers on our face. As we remain with the breath, become more absorbed, they can then move and be kind of amplified, the vibrational quality into the body. So we can just enjoy any sense of calm, clarity, and those pleasurable sensations in the body as we become more absorbed. And again, just fine tune what efforts needed this morning to remain with the breath at the nostrils or the mouth as it enters the body. So we're just going to have a couple of minutes just sitting, just to really absorb the practice and to just sit with any fruits of the practice. So we can just really dwell and enjoy and feel absorbed with a sense of concentration and calm. You don't have to do anything, just dwell in the body with the breath and the sensations. Just really enjoy any pleasurable sensations. And just really bask and let go into that sense of how a concentrated and calm mind and body feel. And the pleasure we can just enjoy from a calm mind and body, just sitting. Maybe return to a sense of the ground, sitting on the earth, calm, concentrated. And just notice how that feels in the body and mind, so we can return to that at any point in our day. bringing to mind the blue sky, any sounds, having a sense of your space and the infinite space around you. And just for this last minute, just having a sense of other people this morning all practicing here together. And just relaxing any effort now. Maybe beginning to start to move fingers or toes, your back. I'll just ring the bell just to end the practice this morning. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the practice this morning together. Thank you to everyone who joined me this morning. And yeah, go well into your day, whatever you've got planned or not planned. You can take the fruits of your practice this morning into your day. And I'll be back here at 11 for the just sitting and just sipping. So do please join me. That'd be great. Take care. Okay, lots of love to everyone.